What's up, YouTube? What up, friends and fam? What's going on, guys? Got the fresh haircut still. Just wanted to tap in with you guys. I know yesterday was Thanksgiving. Hope you guys had a good holiday. And I hope you guys aren't hungover today. Happy to say I'm not hungover, thank God. It's actually funny. So I've been sober for the last 2 years or 2.5 years. But I did have one slip up with alcohol last Thanksgiving. As some of you know, I was in Charlotte working for a paving company, and one of my friends from North Attleboro lived like 2 hours away from there in Burlington. He's like, hey man, I can come over, have a couple drinks, whatever. I didn't tell him that I was sober, you know what I mean? I didn't tell him, so it wasn't like his fault. He would have been fine with me not drinking and shit like that. But there was something inside of me that I wasn't okay with admitting that to him, which I don't even know why, because this dude don't even mean much to me in my life. And I guess I was trying to like live up to a past me or some shit. But I'm so thankful for that, man. That was my last time I've ever drank. And I think I needed that little relapse last year because I just drank and I got pretty drunk. I wasn't like shit-faced or anything. But the stupid thing is, like, we can lose everything in one night, man. We can lose everything in one night. And that's what I learned that night, because I was driving trucks at the time. And then I did have a couple drinks, and then I decided to drive home that night, which was not smart, you know what I mean? If I got pulled over, breathalyzed, and ran an alcohol test on me, definitely would have got a DWI. So, you just got to be smart, man. I don't know where that came from, but I feel like I needed to share that with you because I've come so fucking far from last year. I was doing the math in my head. I pretty much have the money I had last year. I did what I did last year times 23, and if I can keep that up year to year to year, so if I keep up 23 now, I did the math on my calculator this morning, I'll have $1.5 million next year. And that leads me to the subject where I want everybody watching this video to set a concrete goal of what you want to be at next year. You know what I mean? You don't have to share it with me. You don't got to share it with nobody. But set a concrete goal where you want to be financially, where you want to be, how you want your body to look, how much activity you want to do on a daily basis. Like you want to be an athlete. And keep that on you at all times, either on a index card or something that you look at every day, you know what I mean? Or even on your wall. And then think of all the ways you can get this. Stop thinking like, oh, I can't do this because of that. We're so trained, I know I am, speak for myself, that we're so trained to speak on like how we can't do it. We never focus on how we can do it. You know what I mean? So it's time to start focusing on how we can do these things, because they all can be done. If one man can do it, the next man can do it. You know what I'm saying? So write down that first goal and just focus on that for a while, man, and think of all the possibilities how you can do it, and just go get it, man. And very important thing I've said on this channel before, time and time again, the time that you associate with people, you gotta protect that shit, man. You gotta protect who you associate with and your time like your own money. Like, if you have $10,000 in the bank saved up, you're not gonna go ahead and give it away to people. You know what I mean? So why are you doing that with your time? You know what I'm saying? I don't know the exact measurements, how many minutes are in a week, but say you have 10,000 minutes in a week. I could be totally off. But if you have 10,000 minutes in a week and you're spending half of your time with people or at a job you fucking hate, and the people around you and the job around you brings you down, because we're a collective being. Like, who we associate with is who we become. It just is what it is. We can try our hardest not to be like them, but chances are, until you start surrounding yourself with people or meditating with yourself and visualizing the future you really want and how it can be done, you'll be like the people who you're associating with. You know what I mean? So stop doing that with your time, because compared to your money, you know what I mean? You wouldn't do that with your money. You wouldn't give out half your money you make every week to somebody else. So why are you doing it with your time? You know what I mean? It's super important, man. I know that from a first-hand standpoint. that once I made a couple of switch ups with my friends and family members who I saw, the positive changes has just started rolling in. You know what I mean? I'm not saying I'm perfect. I'm not saying I have it down pat yet. I'm just onto something here, and I want y'all to experience it, because we only got one life that's guaranteed to us. So why don't we go get what we really want out of this life while we're here, and focus on all the possibilities, how we can do it. Like, there's so many people that focus on how they can't do it and how it can't be done, and they have 1,000,001 excuses about how it can't be done and why they can't do it. Why don't you have 1,000,001 excuses, or what if you had 1,000,001 excuses how you can do it? You know what I mean? Like, what are you focusing on? That's the whole purpose of this, is what are you focusing on, man? You know what I mean? Are you focusing on all the ways it can't be done, or are you focusing on the ways it can be done? You know what I mean? Like, start focusing on the ways it can be done to live out your dream, to live out your goal, whatever it is you want to do with your life, man. You know what I mean? Like, for me personally, I'm gonna set out to have $500,000 in the bank next year. That's what I'm doing. I'm setting out to have $500,000 in the bank next year, and that just is what it is. You know what I mean? Whether I get there or not, I'm gonna focus on how can I get there. I'm not gonna focus on all the ways I can't get there, because it brings down the vibe, man. Where is the excitement in focusing on all the ways I can't have $500,000 in my bank account next year? Where is the excitement? There's no fucking excitement, man. So you gotta create a goal that's exciting to you, and a goal that you know you can do. Visualize yourself having it in your bank account or in cash, however you want to do it, and then focus on all the ways you can get there. You know what I mean? Stop focusing on all the ways you can't get there. We're already pros at that. Then why can't we become pros at how we can get there? Start visualizing how you can get there, because you are what you focus on, man. You know what I mean? Whether good or bad. You can think of anything you've done in your life, whether positively or negatively. It's because you focus on that outcome before it happened, because we got the mind, man. We're not like every other human being, man. We got the mind, and it's time to live up to the expectations that we set out for ourselves, man. I've always had high expectations out of myself, and I feel like that's the reason why I've been kind of a loner my whole life, is because I've had high expectations of myself, and I have listened to people like, you are who you associate with, and I've really been really careful about who I've associated with. But the things I weren't careful with was the family time I was spending with people that I didn't realize were bringing me down. I thought they were bringing me up, but it was just my reality. It was something I was born into. And once you change that up, you stop hanging around negative fucking people, that you start hanging around winners and start having the can-do attitude and focusing on what you can do instead of what you can't do. That's where it all changes, man. I'm still focusing, you know, I'm still working on all this. Like, there's a lot of stuff I focus on how I can't do it, so I gotta switch that. But it's a practice, man, you know. My recommendation is first get obsessed with one thing and then perfect that, or you don't have to perfect it, but get that down pat and then go on to the next thing. I kind of got that, like, obsessed mentality with things, whether it be my body, whether it be my business. You know what I mean? How you do one thing is how you do everything, but that's really what I'm focused on right now, is my body, my business, and, you know, next will be the family and friends and all that. But like I said, man, it's time to go get it, man. I hope you guys aren't hungover today. If you guys have any questions or subjects for the next video, drop them in the comments down below. And that's it, guys. Love you. Peace.